Hello, it is, well, technically it's the 9th of March. Yep, hold up. Technically it's the 9th of March, 2:11 a.m. But this is the 8th of the 3rd, 2024 video diary entry. So, today, not gonna lie, I had a little bit of a late start, but we still got our work done, right? So we kind of like speed ran the whole thing. Did have to stay up a little bit later to complete the list, but you know, it was worth it because did what I said I was gonna do, right? Now, I'm running the ads for my clients. They're doing pretty well. Everything's going pretty well for all of my clients, to be honest. They're getting pretty good results. Got a brainstorming session tomorrow with another client that was signed on. Got paid by that dude. I'm doing a brainstorming session with him. So yeah, things are starting to look good. Do some sales training. Now, I don't want to be egotistical. I don't want to be cocky when I say this, but I feel like I'm getting a hang of what sales kind of is, right? What the closing call should kind of look like. So you're not telling them anything about, you know, how great the service is, how great the product is. You're asking things like, so you were looking into a program like this. What was it that actually interested you in us? Or what, I guess, caused you to look into something like this? Asking questions, stuff like that, open-ended questions. They're called calibrated questions, right? Where you ask open-ended questions, let the prospect speak, and you let them unpack their story so you can understand their situation a lot better. Another thing that I learned was mirroring, because I was listening to the book. It was an audiobook. Never Split the Difference. It was written by a dude named Chris Voss, who used to be an FBI interrogator for, you know, the FBI, obviously, but he interrogated, you know, hostage situations, you know, terrorists, all those kind of people, you know, that are trying to bargain for like a hostage or whatever. And you know, obviously in these situations, there's no splitting the difference. That's why the book was called Never Split the Difference. You can't meet in the middle at this point. It's not like you can say, oh, give me an arm and a leg and I'll give you this. It doesn't work like that. In every single situation, you have to come out 100% the winner in that negotiation, right? And obviously, a book like that can be fucking hectic, can be ridiculously hectic. It's almost borderline manipulative. Some of the things that he says, but let's be honest. Pretty much all types of communication is manipulation in some way, shape, or form. Even when we were a kid or babies are expert manipulators. Babies crying, laughing, giggling. It's all in efforts to emotionally manipulate you. So that's why I have a theory that humans, we have evolved to manipulate. We have adapted the skill of manipulation, because those that could manipulate versus those that couldn't manipulate, the ones that could manipulate ultimately came out on top on the tribe and therefore survived to pass on their genes. But that's a topic for another day. What I do want to talk about though is today was, I don't know, I moved through today somewhat angry, because sometimes, now I'm not sure if this is my own insecurity sort of showing, but sometimes I spot fakers. And what I mean by fake is people that that talk the talk and don't walk the walk necessarily. I'm more talking about consistency. And I'm more talking about intensity as well. Intense consistency and consistent intensity. Someone that fills out those two criteria is a formidable opponent. But someone that pretends to be a formidable opponent but doesn't fill out those criteria tends to piss me off. Because I know how difficult and how much sacrifice and how much hard work and blood, sweat, and tears you have to put into yourself and break yourself down in order to become that formidable opponent. So someone faking it. Now I'm not trying to compare me to a a soldier or a military man or anything like that, because God knows there's no comparison, right? They have to deal with crazy things on a daily basis. But it's almost like stolen valor, if you know what that is. Where there's people who actually walk the walk and they actually put the blood, sweat, and tears into the person that they are. And then these people, they see a bunch of people on social media, people that they know in real life that just talk and fake it. And that pisses me off. That really fucking angers me. Really angers me. I'm not sure if any of you know who network marketing is, but that topic came up when I was speaking with a friend. And network marketing, although, yes, you could make money, very possible that you could make money because the whole system is made so that you can actually make some money. But number one, the system is I don't want to say corrupt. It's not corrupt. It's very simple to understand. It's a very linear thing, right? But number one, it attracts the wrong crowd. And number two, it doesn't build you into any type of person. If you start a business on your own, if you start an agency, if you start selling products, if you sell a service, do landscaping, whatever, tattooing, hairdressing, whatever, right? You learn how hard it is to run a business like that. You learn who you are. You learn your weaknesses. You find out the answers to the problems. You become a problem solver. So many good things. And that business almost forges you into the person that you need to become to run that business successfully. Okay? So that's an amazing thing. But what about network marketing? Well, network marketing, you just have to purchase their products, right? Because network marketing only works if you're purchasing the products from the very top, like the ones that are partnered up with different product companies or service companies or whatever. You have to purchase their products. You have to purchase this much in a month, right? Number one, you have to do that. Number two, you have to talk to people and essentially convince them to do the same thing that you're doing. And that's pretty much it. Okay? Now, let me ask you a question. Who out of the two, after a year of doing that business, do you reckon will make the most personal growth in that time period? That's a rhetorical question. We all know that the person that actually ran a business and put their blood, sweat, and tears into it would come out a better person, a more formidable opponent. So why do so many people like network marketing so much? Not to mention, you don't even make that much money. You don't, after a couple of years, you wouldn't even make that much money, right? You might make like $200, $300 a month after like a couple of years, but it's it's ultimately kind of restricted. So why would you do it? Why would you put yourself in that situation? I know exactly why. Because a lot of people, they are enticed and seduced by the idea of business. It's one of the reasons why, they look at people like Elon Musk, they look at people like Jeff Bezos, and they look up to these people so much because they're successful business owners. Being successful in business kind of implies that you had to go through all these trials and tribulations. It does. If I told you I was a successful business owner, in the back of your mind, subconsciously, you would be like, this guy has probably gone through some shit. And 99% of the time, you'd be right. So that's why I guess business is so, being a business owner, being a successful business owner is very, very sensationalized. Okay? So a lot of people, they want to be known, they want to have the status of a successful business owner. That's number one. Okay? Number two, network marketing doesn't, it doesn't require that much work. You don't need to put that much work into it. If you can work a full-time job whilst at the same time doing all that you can for network marketing, it doesn't take that much work. Okay? It genuinely doesn't. If you have to do network marketing and that's the only thing that you can put time into, and everything else is a write-off, and you don't have the time to do anything else but network marketing, then I would be like, okay, maybe there is some character development that goes on with network marketing. But no. It's just no, right? Most people in network marketing, I know exactly what kind of people they are. Judging by those two things as to why it attracts a certain crowd, number one, the status that you get from business, right? Being known as a business owner. And number two, how easy it is. Number three, yeah, you make money, right? You make passive income. Fucking passive income. Who the fuck? If anyone still believes in the falsehood of passive income, get your brain checked. Like, seriously. How do you think passive income comes around? How do you think that shit happens? Right? Not even people like Elon Musk make passive income. There's no such thing as passive income. There is only such thing as leveraged income. And what I mean by leveraged income is you can put in 1 hour of work and that be the equivalent of 1,000 hours of work of the common man. That's what I mean by leveraged income. You can put 1 hour of work in and that is leveraged by a multitude of systems and skill sets that you've attained and laborers and employees, and it's leveraged into this massive thing. There's only such thing as leveraged income. There is no such thing as passive income. But people still want passive income because it seems easy. So passive income, status, and it's easy. Now, if I told you that this person had these three traits, would you still want to hang out with them? They want passive income. They want status. And they want everything to be easy. Would you hang out with this person? Seriously, tell me. Would you actually hang out? No, you wouldn't. You genuinely wouldn't, because you would look at this person like, you're a fucking loser, man. Seriously, you're a loser. You're actually not going anywhere. Everything in life worth doing is difficult. So you wanting things to be easy is the number one sign to me that you don't have what it takes to achieve anything of significance in your lifetime. So yeah, I was a little bit mad about that today. It's nothing even happened today. I just thought about it. Something, it came up in conversation. I was just kind of pissed off about it the whole time. And it probably comes from a place of, I guess, insecurity, because sometimes I worry that I'm that person. Because I used to be that person, right? I used to be that person that wanted things to be easy. I wanted an easy life. Oh my God, why are things so difficult? Yeah. I used to be that person, and I hated that person. I would look in the mirror and actually hate the person I was seeing, even though yes, I was in good shape. I'd look in the mirror and be like, man, fuck you. Like, seriously. So it could be insecurity. It could be that it used to be me, so that's why I look at these people with hatred. Because all we see, and I'm not even joking here, all of our perception of the world is a active reflection of who we are. So I'm not talking about that in a literal sense, right? I'm not saying that you look at a computer, you see a computer, and therefore you are a computer. That's stupid. Read between the lines. When I say that, what I mean is that if you see someone, something about them stands out, like genuinely stands out. It means more if you hate what they stand out, by the way. If something about them genuinely stands out, you hate the way they look. Like, you genuinely hate the way they look. That actually, I know it sounds cliche, but that actually says more about you than it says about them. Okay? Because the way that you see them isn't the same as how other people see them. The way that you see them is unique to your perception, and therefore can only be explained by that being filtered through your perception. And it's usually because it comes from a deep-rooted part of your subconscious. A lot of the time, an insecurity. A lot of the time when someone hates the way someone looks. Like, I just fucking hate this. I hate the way this guy looks. I just don't know what it is. I hate the way that this guy looks. Like, it actually triggers something emotional in you. It's most likely something about you is, bothers you. Something about you bothers you. Like, I can say this from first hand. I used to have acne when I was in high school. And that's the only thing that I would notice on other people. Right? That's the only thing that I would notice. If I noticed like someone that had clear skin, I'd be like, oh my God, this guy has clear skin. This guy's so fucking handsome. But I ask other people, they'd be like, no, this guy's fucking ugly, man. What are you talking about? And be like, oh, this girl has acne on her face. I think she's ugly. And they'd be like, oh yeah, but she's actually pretty cute, man. What are you talking about? Or like vice versa. This girl has like really, really clear skin. I think she's beautiful. And they'd be like, nah, dude, you're tripping, man. Like this girl is just a regular girl. She's normal. There's other girls that are cuter than her. Alright? So that's what I mean. Your insecurities are projected onto your vision, onto your perspective of the world. So back to my point, the fact that I hated the way that this guy sort of was skating by, just kind of like feeling himself, because, oh, I'm a business owner. Fucking hated that. Because It almost reminds me of the person that I used to be. And I hated that person. Don't make sense. Yeah, I guess that brings me to the point that you don't become the best version of you that you don't become the best version of you that you can imagine. You become the lowest version of you that you can tolerate. So in that case, I'm pretty happy that I don't tolerate that shit. Because if I tolerate it in other people, I will tolerate it in myself. Definitely, for sure. If I don't tolerate it in myself, then I would not tolerate it in other people. But if I tolerate it in other people, then I would tolerate it in myself. So yes, I am happy that I don't tolerate it in other people, because I will never stoop as low as that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. As my good friend once said, bye.